What are the 3 keys to turning your hobby into a business? Find out now on the Unlock Success Podcast.
This is the Unlock Success Podcast. We're helping entrepreneurs around the world dive deep into the keys you need to shatter excuses, believe in yourself, and help you achieve your highest goals. Here's your host, 8-figure entrepreneur and the living legend of internet marketing, Anthony Morrison.
Hey everybody, Anthony Morrison here, and welcome to another episode of the Unlock Success Podcast. And today I'm going to be talking about the right way to turn your hobby into a business. Now listen, I see this discussion all the time. Some people say that to build a business around your passion is what you should do, while others say that you're dead wrong and you should only care about what makes the most money, right? And this discussion is a clear example, I think, of why most people fail at entrepreneurship. You know, they're looking for like rules, right? Rules or laws on the right way to becoming an entrepreneur. And the fact is, there is no right way. The only actual law of entrepreneurship out there is to never give up. Outside of that, honestly, it's all up to you. So I can tell you that because I do believe that you can build a business around your hobby, but it has to be done the right way. So today I want to share with you a story from my own life. Okay, so if you stick around until the end, I'm going to share a story, and I want to give you the 3 keys for turning your hobby into a business. But before we begin, obviously my name is Anthony Morrison, and if you're like me and you love entrepreneurship, and you know that it's not always about the methods and the tactics, you know that starting a business is 99% mindset, and changing the way we think, right, can really make or break us. So about a year ago, I decided to turn the camera on and turn the mic on and share the stories and lessons that I've learned from being in business for over 15 years and starting dozens of companies. I release an episode of the Unlock Success Podcast every single week. And so obviously my hope is that you will enjoy this, you'll subscribe to the podcast, and we'll continue to reach out to you and hopefully make an impact on your life each and every week. So the first key to turning your hobby into a business is people don't care about your circumstances if you can get them what they want. I was able to fund my 1996 Mustang car parts despite being a teenager while I was in online chat rooms. Nobody asked me how old I was or how experienced I was. None of that mattered. They just wanted the part for their car. So the lesson here is don't let your circumstances limit you, okay, if you can get for people what they want. I think that's an important concept because I think a lot of people have these limiting beliefs. They believe that they can't succeed at something because, well, I'm this or I'm that, my age, my gender, my race, my financial position. And the fact of the matter is that if you can help people get what they want in life, okay, you can succeed. It doesn't matter what your circumstances are. So remember that because that's a mindset shift that you have to have if you really want to be successful. The second key is do not wait for permission. Look, I was drop shipping before it was cool or before anybody even knew it was a thing, right? If I waited to learn how to make money through drop shipping, it would have taken me years. Instead, I saw a need in the market and I saw a way to make money and I went for it. And the lesson here is if you have an idea or you see a need in the market, go for it. The worst that can happen is that you were wrong and you need to start over again. But the best thing that can happen is you're ahead of the curve. You're ahead of everyone else. When I was 15 years old in those chat rooms, I was buying parts for Mustangs from one chat room and selling them in another. And here's the crazy thing. I didn't have any money. So what I was doing was I would get the person that was buying from me to send me the money. Most of the time, this was old school. They were sending me money orders in the mail. I would take the money orders, go cash them, get a new money order, and send it to the person I was buying the product from, along with the address of the person I sold it to. Right? This was old school. Oh, I was doing the drop shipping method before it was even really possible like it is now. Right? So the worst that could happen if you've got something and you go for it is that it doesn't work out and you start over. But the best that could happen is you tap into a new industry, a new model that nobody else even knows about. And I was doing that at 13, 14 years old. And the third key is knowledge is everything when you're turning your hobby into a business. If you really want to turn your hobby into a business, you better know everything that there is to know about it. Okay. I could never have made money on car parts unless I personally knew the ins and the outs of the industry. I knew exactly what they cost, exactly how they worked, exactly who my audience was. Let me give you an example of how I won. Since I was a car parts enthusiast, when I started that business, I started thinking to myself, okay, who is my customer? What are they like? And I knew exactly who they were. They were people that work 9 to 5. They were people that that impulse buy on their cars, because I was that same person. I just wasn't at work. I was at school. And then when I got out of school, I was impulse purchasing for my car. What I also knew was that those people all got off work right when all of the car part places closed. So if you wanted to soup up your Mustang and buy a supercharger for it, you better do it before 5 o'clock because the companies were closed. The problem is all of their buyers, all of their customers were at work until 5 o'clock. So right when people were getting off work, everybody was closing down. And there was no longer the ability for my customers to make impulse purchases. So what I did was, when I opened up my business, I opened up a 24/7 hotline. And I said, it doesn't matter what time or day you get off work, I just want to help you get what you want. And that was literally that was my slogan. That was my MO. I just want to help you get what you want. And my phones blew up 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock. I was getting phone calls, taking orders while everybody else was sleeping, while everybody else was off work, while everybody else had quit putting in the time and effort. I was putting it in. What I did was I built just a rabid customer base that would buy from me over and over and over again, right? So you want to turn your hobby into a business? You have an awesome advantage over anybody that isn't doing that, because you know the customer, because you are the customer. And when you are the customer, I mean, it's so easy to figure out what you can do differently than everybody else to attract more people like you, right? Now listen, if you've been thinking about, okay, I want to start a business online. I'd love to turn my hobby into a business, but I don't know the ins and outs. Anthony, I don't know how to build an email list. I don't know how to build a web page or a funnel or whatever. Here's what I'd like to offer you the opportunity to do. If you're joining us through the podcast channels, you can check out partnerwithanthony.com. And if you are joining us on YouTube, you can just click the link right below the video there and check out the Partner with Anthony program. This is an opportunity for you to partner with me to build your first online business. And once you build your first online business, the lessons and the techniques that you learn, you can use those and apply those to building your own business based around your hobby. It's like you've got to have the skill sets first, right? You've got to understand what needs to be done in order to do it, right? And that's what the Partner with Anthony program does. It teaches beginners. I put this program together specifically for beginners. If you are a beginner, you have not started an online business, this is great for you. So if you're listening on your favorite podcast app right now, check out partnerwithanthony.com. So it's just partnerwithanthony.com. And if you are watching on YouTube, then be sure to click the link that we'll put right below the podcast video there on my YouTube channel, so you can check that out. So check out the Partner with Anthony program. And no matter what, you now know the 3 keys to turning your hobby into a business. And I truly believe that if you implement these 3 things, and if you understand these 3 things, you can have a lot of success turning your hobby into a business. It doesn't matter what all the naysayers say. I've done it time and time again. I turned Mustangs into a business. I turned baseball into a business. I've turned Destin, Florida, one of my vacation spots, which was a hobby of mine to go in there, turn that into a business. All of them have been successful because of these 3 keys. So hopefully this has helped you out. Hopefully it's going to spark some interest and really push you in the right direction. And I look forward to having you join me next week on another episode of the Unlock Success Podcast.